6632. If interested, you can visit the Mass Communications Department's Twitter page at ALCORN35 and its Facebook page at ASU MassComm Department. That's ASU MassCommDEPT.
Okay, we now come to the interview section of my show. This is your host, DJ McMILLA, and today I will be interviewing Larry K. Sandler. Mr. Larry is a teacher here at ALCORN State University from Shreveport, Mississippi. How you doing today, sir?
I'm fine. I am extremely glad to be here, and thank you for having me.
Much welcome. What brings you to ALCORN State University?
Good living, among many other things, but a plethora of things. Coming from Louisiana, I'm coming from East Texas Baptist University in Marshall, Texas. I had a part-time job in the Mass Communications Department. And as I just said, part-time, and there was a full-time position available at ALCORN, so I said, why not try for it? And I tried for it, got the position, and couldn't have been happier.
What do you think about ALCORN Mass Communication Department?
I think ALCORN has a program that can thrive, but pretty much like any other department on campus. There's a room for, it has a lot of potential, and there's room for a lot of improvement. And I think it's just a diamond in the rough. And I'm looking forward to being on that ride when it reaches its pinnacle of success.
So you say you from Shreveport, Louisiana?
Yes.
So why did you teach at Southern?
I don't know. I didn't want to go back to a school. I had been there for 4 years, and then I had lived the Baton Rouge experience before, so I didn't want to go back and spend another 20 years teaching in the same place. I wanted to expand my horizons. I wanted to see new things, new people, so I decided to get on up out of there. I didn't even apply to Southern at all.
So you think ALCORN is better than Southern? That's what you're saying?
In certain instances, yes, especially in football.
What are some things that you like and dislike about this department?
The things I love about the department is the students, because they make the department. Without them, it's nothing. So to get up and see them every morning, it's truly, indeed, a blessing. Dislikes, the one dislike is I would love to have our own newly constructed building with all the amenities attached to it and whatnot. I would love to have that. So, but still, it's we have something. We have to work with what we have, and I'm pleased with it right now. But as I said earlier, there's always room for improvement.
Okay. What are some of your plans to change this department and make it better?
The first thing is to get more students into the department. I mean, I think we have about between 65 and 85 students in the department now. My goal is to have, I don't know, maybe 120 or something like that, and I think that we can support those students. But with a new building, we could support 200 students. Who knows? Graduate program with the master's in mass communication, so you can get your BA here and get your master's here instead of having to go off and to do something else. Who knows? Stay here long enough, might get a PhD in mass communications at ALCORN. I would love to teach that class. What class is in that department?
That sounds wonderful.
Yes.
So what do you feel about the head of the department?
I think our head of the department has vision, and I like to follow visionaries. And with his leadership, I think that, and when I say he, I'm talking about Dr. Dumtai. I think that we can, we're going to achieve all our goals that he has set for us. Because at the beginning of every year, we all have faculty meetings, and we have goals that we'd like to accomplish throughout that fall and spring semester. So far, I think we're going to complete everything that we started out for in this fall of 2013.
Okay, if you was head of the department, what are some things that you would do different?
I would like to take us on more conferences, and when I say, they have conferences all over the country, and I would love for the students and myself and my people that I work with, I would love for us to go on these conferences and meet different people, see different things, take more trips to places like the CNN Center in Atlanta, Georgia, go to the New York Times and things of that nature. You know, go to places like this because I want them to. This is their field, and I want them to meet people who are actually in the field. You know, who knows? They may get a business card, call these people up. They can get a summer internship or something to that effect. So, who knows what can happen? But those are just one of the things that I would do.
What are some of the things that you go by every day trying to help the students?
Consistency. That's the one thing I like is consistency. You know, you can ask any of my students. I'm one of these folks. I give a lot of work, and what I tell them is that the reason I do that is because in order for you to become good at something, you have to do it a lot and do it repeatedly. And some understand it, some don't. But as far as consistency goes, I mean, I realize that sometimes you may have peaks and valleys in life, but sometimes you kind of have to overlook that stuff and give me 3, 4, 5 good weeks of necessary academics, But that I'm good one week and bad next week and all that's something that's going to have to stop, because in college you're training yourself for the kind of human being that you're going to be in life. You can't sit there and say, well, I guess I'll pay my light bill this month, but I'll miss next month.
Right.
You can't do that.
So what are some things that you try to do to help prevent your students in that way?
By having individual talks with them. When I tell you, come to the office, close the door. We need to have a talk. And before, 90% of them will say, you know what, I already know what you're going to talk about. Okay, fine. You already know what I'm going to say. Then improve upon that and go from there. So that's the one thing. Just talk to them respectfully as adults, and hopefully they'll improve upon that.
Okay. So I know everybody want to know, how do you be feeling in the morning time knowing you have to come to ALCORN?
Fantastic. Great. Terrific. I get up and I hit that alarm and I'm like, another day, another dollar. See if you can improve on something that you didn't do well yesterday. See if you can improve on it today.
If you had any choice to teach at any other school, where would it be?
I would never leave ALCORN.
So you plan on staying ALCORN?
If they have me until I'm 70, I'll stay here. I just said I believe in consistency, so I want to be at a job for 30 years or whatever. That's just the old school in me.
Just purple and gold all through your veins. I understand.
With a little bit of blue and gold mixed in.
I understand.
Just a little bit.
So you think you made the right choice by coming here to ALCORN?
Most definitely. I can't see myself at that other school that I was before I came down here for 30 years. No.
Well, we have come to the end of my interview session. I would like to thank Mr. Larry Sanders for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me. This was indeed an honor. Thank you very much.
We now return you back to the regular scheduled program. Up next, we have Sierra with Body Party. Then my favorite rapper, J. Cole with Cricket Smile.